Welcome to our 100th episodes. Give us a cheers. Cheers. Woohoo. Lots of
Welcome.
prizes on the way.
Speechless. Speechless.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Natasha Marchewka.
And I'm Kim Wilson.
And this is Speechless. This is our 100th episode. We are, showing up in sparkles with champagne today. Super excited. I think this is a great accomplishment. What do you think, Kim?
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
You
Fantastic.
did it. Cheers to all of us and our audience.
Yes,
you
and our
guys,
super
thanks
fans
for supporting us. We really appreciate it.
So this show is dedicated to our very first super fan, Maggie Pistner. We lost Maggie in December 2023. She watched every show live. Like, she watched it when it aired live. Imagine that. And she was such a great super cheerleader for us.
I was going to say cheerleader.
So she was also really into everything that we do, everything that we share, participating. She was a huge participator, did a lot of classes. So all of the prizes that are donated today for today's show, everyone was touched by Maggie in some way, by the way. So all the donations came from her friends or coaches. So please know that when we go through the prizes. So you know what we're doing today, what the agenda is. Our topic is actually VO Atlanta. Because
Maggie,
it's fun.
Yeah,
because Maggie would have loved it. First of all, she would have been right into all the education and the connecting, networking, the participating, the celebrating, all the things.
And you guys would have loved her.
Yeah. And so one of the things we have that we've brought to you today is an interview with J. Michael Collins, the owner of VO Atlanta, to tell us a little bit about I don't know what's going on there and why they do what they do. Kim asked some good questions. And we're also, we've sprinkled in a bunch of, prize drawings.
Prizes. Prizes.
All for...
Just drop that bomb.
Right?
Not, prizes. It's like, boom, prizes. You guys want prizes? We got the prizes. Stay tuned throughout the episode. We're going to sprinkle them in just to torture you. You can always hit forward fast.
I'm like nervous for the first time.
You are?
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous. Like, I want to get it right.
Well, then let's toast. Let's toast to our 100th episode with JMC. We're gonna hold on. I thought we were pouring.
You could go straight out of the bottle.
There's an idea. Cheers. We're so
happy.
I don't
do out of the bottle. Actually, I do, but you know.
We're so happy to have you here to cheers with us, JMC, on brand for your brand and in celebration of our 100th
episode. Thank you for being here.
The 100.
Yeah, it's significant, I'd say.
Yummy.
Okay, everyone, this is exciting. Our prize up for right now is 1 hour coaching with the inimitable Carrie Tombazian, the first woman of voiceover, essentially.
Our fairy godmother.
She's my VO fairy godmother, or Carrie godmother, as I call her. So who's going to win an hour with Carrie? Let's see. Clicking to...
I'm excited for this. Look how cute our spinner is.
And the winner is...
Bing bong. Who is it?
Liz Jones.
Liz Jones.
Congratulations.
Liz.
Okay. So we're going to remove you from the list now. And now we'll leave that up there while we talk about Deb Irwin. Deb Irwin is a master at medical narration. She has a whole program for teaching people about medical narration. But she's going to give a coaching lesson to anyone who has not worked with her before. So let's go for it here. Who's going to win an hour with Deb?
Come on, lucky 7. Let's go.
And the winner is...
Oh, I can't stand it.
Carl. Yay, Carl. I hope you haven't worked with Deb before. I kind of hope you did, but if you haven't, you want an hour with her.
You will.
So cheers.
Add to your
coaching list.
Bye.
So we're absolutely thrilled to have you here talking about VO Atlanta on our 100th episode. Just excited all around. Thank you for
Yeah.
honoring us with your
My pleasure.
presence
Thank
on
you
a
for having me.
busy day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now that VO Atlanta some time has passed, I know maybe it feels like a year ago, a day ago, all the different things. Is there anything that you'd love to share with us about this past VOA in sort of your thoughts now that some time has passed?
Just I don't know, gigantic sigh of relief. It's
Yeah, I bet.
it's honestly I don't say this to beat our collective chest, but it's the most seamless conference I think I've been a part of. It's the first time I've
Indeed.
been on
Indeed.
either side of the conference where there wasn't at least some major fire to put out.
Right.
And that's a credit to Anna, because she's the one who does put together all of the logistics and the flow of everything. And I always joke that I just, I put the lineup together and I smile and wave and kiss babies and shake hands. She really is the engine that makes it work.
How
But
long does it take her to pull it together? When does she start
well, it's
working
it's
on a
it's honestly a
version?
year-round endeavor for her, and in
Year
that
round.
but between VO Atlanta, the retreats, and everything else, it's become a job.
Sure.
And she, the heavy lifting happens. We have a team at this point that works with us, all women, by the way.
Mhm.
And
I'll sip to that.
there you go. She's a great leader. But it really is a year-round thing now, just,
Mhm.
on top of one element or the other, just making sure all the ducks are in a row. And, the vision was always to keep all of the good things that Gerald had built about VO Atlanta, and
Yeah.
to do away with anything that wasn't working, and then to even improve upon those good things. And yeah, this one felt good.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
what
sure
were
did.
what were some of the things that went away, and what were some of the things that you kept? Can you share those?
I honestly think that the more in terms of going away, it was more just flow things than anything else. The stuff you guys, the attendees don't see. I mean, the back end was not the most functional thing on the face of the earth that we inherited.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so that was sort of, building it back up from scratch a little bit.
Anna took
Um,
care of that.
Aaron took care of that, and I think just the flow of certain things, particularly the opening ceremony, was one that used to drag a lot. And
Mm.
I think one of our immediate things last year was to say that this is not going to be something that takes an hour and a half at the top. We went a little
Hmm.
long on the close this year, but that's because we were giving away so much
Oh my
stuff.
gosh.
And
That was
we have to find a little bit
one
of a better
of
process.
25.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Next year for when somebody wants to give away 25 of an object, we need to
Do
probably
it a
find
bit
a little bit
differently.
more of a streamlined process for that. But no, I mean it's just again just the visual, the amenities, the experience of also the hotel. Something that we bring to the conference that I think makes it a little bit different is that
Hmm.
this is the eighth way we make money, and we don't make much money on this conference, trust me. But it's the eighth. It's the events business is like down here in terms of our sources of revenue, and what that means is that we're able to put more back into it
Mhm.
from what we get in terms of customer revenue,
Mhm.
which allows us to take better care of the hotel and the
Mm.
Mm.
staff.
Mm.
And one of the things that they were shocked about was the first year that we owned the conference, that we prepaid them about $100,000, and they were like, "Why you don't have to do?" I said, "I know we need to get out of our books for tax reasons, so we're setting
Sure.
you up." And we did that again this year. We gave them a bunch of payments. We're like, we need to get this out. We need
Awesome.
to just
Yeah.
for tax, and they're not used to that. And so getting having the hotel on your side is a really
Yeah.
good thing,
Oh,
Right.
and then
yes.
tipping the staff, taking care of them, treating them with respect, treating them like people, like they're your partners, which they are,
Yes.
is important. And we always make sure that everybody on the ground who's attending to our attendees is taken care of. And we felt like there are always going to be little hiccups, but we felt like over the past couple of years, compared to previous years, that hotel has stepped up during that week to if not quite a 5-star standard, at least a 4.5-star standard,
That's
which is
nice.
more than you normally get out of an airport Hilton.
Okay, we're up for two more prizes. This is
This is so
super
exciting.
exciting. Our first prize is a 1-hour exploratory lesson with Tom
I'm
Tin.
jealous.
To any speechless listener who has not worked with him before, and of course, it has to be about TV narration. So let's see who wins 1 hour with Tom
This is
Pinto.
going to be so good. Oh my God. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. You're going to love this.
Oh,
Who is
right
it?
upside
Who is it?
down.
And it is
Ben
Ben
McCauley. Oh, from the
McCauley.
UK.
Oh, from the
Cool. So
UK.
chances are pretty good you haven't worked with him. Most people have worked with Tom, but I have a feeling that you probably haven't. So, and by the way, if you have worked with him or if you've already done any of these and you win, we'll
Let
deal
us
with that
know.
later.
We'll deal with it.
Okay. The next prize for this set of prizes is the library. Tina Marasco's library, that is.
Hello. You
She's
get the
donating,
entire course
right?
for free.
Wow. Oh my
Deal.
gosh.
Deal.
This is a deal. This is awesome.
My
Another
gosh.
upside down version of
Let's
us.
see who. Bing bong.
Catherine
Catherine
Gaffney.
Gaffney.
Catherine
Nice.
Gaffney. So
Woo!
if you haven't done the library yet, you'll be excited to know that you've won it. Congratulations, Catherine. Yay. Hi, we're jumping in with our speechless promo. So excited to share our 100th episode with you today. Thank you to our sponsors, StudioBricks. We love you so
StudioBricks.
much. You know that we love you. And the Vocal Booth to Go, the great travel booth that I bring everywhere that I go. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you also to our prize donators.
Mm.
We have Beth Chaplin, Danny States,
Tom Pinto.
us.
Tina Marasco.
Tina
Go.
Marasco, Joe Cipriano, Deb Irwin, Carrie Tombazian, and the voice caster. Woo!
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Huge.
We also have some super fun things coming up with Speechless. Kim, tell them what they'll win. I'm just kidding. Kim, tell them about our event.
Guys, August 3rd. Write it down. It is a speechless pop-up, our very first pop-up based on casting. We have 3 amazing casting directors, one day only, coming to visit us in Burbank. It'll be hosted at the restaurant called Soda. It is a full-on delicious lunch that's included drinks.
And a cocktail party
and
coffees all day. Yeah, we have
all day. It's an
big
amazing
day
educational
organized for you.
event. You're going to
Yeah.
love it. Please come. We'd love to see you. And I will be in LA. Hello.
Hello. We also have something super secret that we haven't announced
yeah.
until till now. We are taking over what's called the VO or the Voiceover Career Planner. Thank you to the VO Social, Nick Redman and Leah Marks for letting us take this over from you to buy this beautiful product that you've put out into the world. We're making some changes, as you can see, and very soon in the next few months, you will see the Speechless, the
What is it?
Voiceover
Tell
Career
us what it
Planner by
is.
Speechless. Oh, so sorry. Okay, it's full of how to set your goals, tons of resources, up-to-date resources, also some warm-ups.
Planner.
It's a career planner,
career
but it's also a day
planner,
planner,
day by
right?
day, right? You get your goals done, you get your workout in for that day, your vocal warm-up. It's
Right.
got quotes, it's got tips. It'll walk you through your voiceover career and planet.
And speaking of secret, one last thing is our Speechless Secret Society. We have a group that meets once a month, and it's full of very special, amazing people. We lift
Amazing.
each other up, we share our secrets, and we do some business stuff too. So you want to check that out. All of this you'll be able to see
If you're
on
working
Speechless.
pro, please
If you're
join
working
up.
pro, yes. Speechlessvo.com has all the details of everything except for our planner because that's still in the works, but it's coming out very soon. Back to the show.
I do want to really quickly mention for our listeners is that Anna, who we did not introduce, is JMC's wife.
And boss.
So, yes,
And
and boss.
And so she coordinates the logistics, the event essentially, and JMC.
And she is the CEO of VO Atlanta. So
yeah,
Wonderful.
she's the CEO. And what we want to talk about with you today a little bit is programming, but I want to share for our audience what is meant by the opening and closing ceremony. So
please.
the opening, of course, has a keynote speaker as most conferences do. And the flow, you get there, you're all excited, and you don't want to sit there for 2 hours. So
Right.
you've done a wonderful job with inspiring speakers. And then the closing of the show, so that everyone knows if you weren't there, is this. I don't ever want to miss. I don't like missing the closing ever of VO Atlanta. And so for any of my friends, I'm like, what do you mean you're flying out at 11? Like, no, you're not. You need
That
to
would be
fly out at
me.
4, please. So then
I've always missed the closing.
it drives me
I
crazy
know.
because
I'm
it's
so
so
sorry to
happy,
both of
happy.
you here.
It's like this wonderful, positive,
I'm
uplifting time
sure.
of giveaways a lot of times as
Yeah.
well. So you sit there with your raffle ticket. So this year, it does tend to go long, but it's all like happy, happy cheerleading time. So yeah,
One
Yeah,
thing about
it's
the community is it's a wonderful community to be
it
part
is.
of.
yeah,
It is. Well, and that's the biggest reason we decided to carry on the flame of the conference was that it just was not something that we could let die. It's where,
right.
it's where I
Yeah.
found my home, among the VO community. Yeah, I went to some of the voice conferences back in LA back in the day, but I was just sort of discovering that there was a community of us out there at that point. And Atlanta is where, I really became immersed in it. And I've also seen so many people who show up one year as a brand new talent, and 5 years later they're earning six figures and presenting. And it's at least a dozen of those stories I can count. So yeah, it's a special thing.
It sure
Mhm,
is.
mhm.
Okay, we have 2 more prizes. Kim, do you want to announce our prizes for this set?
Yes, we have the Speechless Mystery Box.
It's full, chock full of prizes and
You
surprise.
will love it. Trust us.
Yes,
We put it together. So
and it's even a mystery to us because we're not finished. We're not finished stuffing the box. All right, so the winner of the mystery box is
hold on to your hats, folks.
Wanda
Wanda.
Castle. Oh, expect
Nice,
some
Wanda.
exciting stuff to come your way. Wanda, we're going to need your mailing address, by the way, for that.
Yeah.
So we'll be in touch. Yay, exciting. And the next prize is a $500 plus
What?
gift card, certificate. What do you call them? Credit promo for the Voicecaster. The Voicecaster has a ton of workshops, and you can choose whatever one you want. Its value, I believe it's $547. Don't quote me exactly,
Yeah.
but it's a
Bing
lot.
bong.
Yeah. So
It's a
the
lot.
winner of the choice of their
It's a bing
own
bong in my book.
Voicecaster
Come on now.
credit. Let's see who
Who
wins
is this?
it. Nerdy Office
Anna.
VA. Anna
Nerdy.
from Nerdy Office VA. Well,
Who is Anna of
congratulations.
Nerdy
What? I'm
Office
jealous.
VA? I
Mm.
love that name, Nerdy Office VA.
Okay, so there was a lot of networking going on at VO Atlanta, and Kim was starting to get
Oh.
into it on the very last day. On the very last day of VO Atlanta, we were at our hotel, and she was starting to get into this marketing thing,
Well,
networking thing. Oh, wait, let me tell.
oh
So
my
one of
God.
the things at VO Atlanta is that we all wear lanyards, and the lanyard has like your name tag on it. Oh, so at
Please,
breakfast one
God,
day,
let me disappear.
Kim was feeling very
Confident. I was feeling
confident,
confident. I got
and
this
she thought,
networking thing.
right? It was the last freaking day. So we're at breakfast and we go to leave at breakfast, and Kim thinks, oh, I'm going to start networking with someone that I see that has a badge on. So
Well, I
I
mean,
walk away.
no, there was eye contact made.
I'm sure there was. I see what's coming, and I'm not
Is it
quite
like
sure how
slow
to describe
motion?
it. I see what's coming. She's going to introduce herself to someone with a badge, and I walk away because I think, I
No.
don't know what's about to happen. Well, what happened from your perspective, Kim?
I was like, did you have fun last night? Because I knew there was a big party the night before. How was it? Did you have fun? And he's like, yeah, I had fun. "Ha- Did you keep the noise down? Oh yeah, well, I kept the noise down. And now I'm not really sure what he was talking about, but I was
So
like, yeah.
turns out,
This little lanyard was Delta Airlines.
so the
Not. I'm like, so see you later. He's like, yeah, see you later.
Huge
Yeah.
Delta Airlines office right by our hotel, so during the conference there's people with VO Atlanta lanyards and Delta
Delta.
lanyards.
So
So
read the lanyard. Read the lanyard, people.
Kim was networking with someone from Delta.
Hey, I'm a
I
friendly
hope
person.
I hope you enjoyed that story. So I know,
Mhm.
Kim, you had a question about
Yes, I do have a question. What is the process? How do you pick um, the presenters for every year? Because I know
Bribery.
a few people who
bribery.
have submitted
Aside
and
from
and,
bribery.
and not been chosen. And so I'm curious, like, what's your criteria? How do you choose? That kind of a thing.
Whoever sends the largest lobster. But it's
Noted.
Well, I'm on the East Coast,
I'm
Massachusetts,
just saying.
so
I'm just saying.
ching
Of course,
ching.
if they're anything over 5 pounds gets a little tough and gamey. But no, it's actually really a delicate balancing act in the sense I'm
Yeah.
actually today I've been in addition to all the other stuff I've been doing, I've been putting the actual schedule for the One Voice conference together today.
Hmm.
And one of the things that because we co-produce the One Voice conference, we own Bio Atlanta, but the one thing that I try to do between the two conferences is number one to really vary the lineups as much as possible, so you're not getting the same content over and over and over again. VC is going to be probably 90% different than the people who were at VO Atlanta speaking. And so that'll be something we take into account next year when we look at VO Atlanta speakers. There are people who always are going to be on the invite list, and those
Mm,
are the big casting directors and the big
mm,
agencies. Basically,
Mhm.
whoever they want to send, we'll take them, right?
mm.
Right.
So your top 5 to 10 agencies on the East Coast and the West Coast, your top 5 or 10 CD offices. Basically, if Maryland wants to come to every single one, Maryland's going to come to every single one. Same thing with
Yeah.
Tina Marasco. Same thing with
Yeah.
with Vince
Tom
Labica and Chris
Pinto.
Ryan and Atlas and CESD and whoever else wants to come right there. So we'll always take the big casting pros because that's who talent really want to hear from, and
Mhm.
their information changes from year to year because they see
Yep.
the changes that happen in the industry from year to year. So
Yep.
it's a constant evolution, and they usually have very new and very interesting things to say. In terms of other presenters, then we're looking at a mix of regional and sometimes less well-known casting professionals. One of my favorite people who I brought in this year was Libby Clearfield,
Yes.
who's with
Mhm.
Coop Studios, and
Mm.
they're and not this is not an organization that's on a ton of people's radar,
Yeah.
but those of us who are on their roster know that they book us on good jobs with some frequency, and
Mhm.
also that I don't think I ever get anything duplicated from them that I get from other
Right?
agencies. So
Never.
And
um,
I have to break in to say, actually, Libby's our next show in 2 weeks.
cool.
We
So
have Libby
there we
Yeah.
go.
as the interviewer.
Yeah.
That dovetails. But I didn't even
Nice
know that.
segue.
So thank
Nice.
you. But no, so Libby's great, and people like that are people like that I try and keep on my radar who, we want to put in front of our attendees and say, look, there are these opportunities. Of course, everybody knows the big agents and CDs, but you guys don't know all these other people spread across the country. And
Yeah.
honestly, that's where a lot of the bread and butter day-to-day work comes
Yes.
from, right?
Mhm.
So we're looking at those kind of casting pros, regional agents, management, and then obviously it's the people who are doing the work, every single day. And I think VO Atlanta tends to land a little bit heavier on the legends, on the people who have been, who have enormous IMDb's and massive resumes and have been doing it for 20, 30 years and, and have seen everything come and go in the industry and are still out there crushing it, the Joe Ciprianos and, and people like that, who are just, I mean, Maurice LaMarche is a keynote, Deborah Wilson last year, right?
Deborah Wilson.
Yeah, the huge names. But we try and sprinkle in there also the people who are out there kicking butt on a daily basis, the Erica Jays, the writer, who's killing it. Obviously Karin, and people like that. And it's not easy. It's probably the hardest part. I'll tell you the hardest part about having assumed this responsibility is saying no. That's the hardest part. Is
Mhm.
is also realizing that there are going to be people who don't like you because you say no.
Mm.
And you can't say yes to everybody. And it's one of the I guess we're being very open in this, but I think one of the things that I've discovered that I don't think I knew 2 years ago
Mhm.
is there is a little undercurrent of pettiness sometimes, and that
Mm.
competition, and let me be seen, and
What?
and it's and
What?
it's yeah,
No.
but my problem is that I'm a golden retriever. I'm a big dumb puppy, and I want everybody to like me, and I want to jump up on you, and I want to lick your face, and I want to be everybody's friend, right? I won't lick your face, I promise that we
Okay.
don't do that
Phew.
Because I'm like,
post COVID. But in any case, but I want to be everybody's friend, and the problem is that in this situation now, I have had people who have not been happy that they have not been
Yeah.
accepted to present for whatever reason, and I always try and let them know that it's not it's never we don't want you. It's
Yeah.
never if you've submitted, it's never because we don't think your submission's good enough. It's
Yeah.
just because there are only so many people we can take, and there's only so many rooms that we have at that hotel, so many meeting rooms, right, and so many spaces. So that I will say that's been I think the biggest challenge is realizing that I will lose friends over being in this position, but at the same time, I think it continues to provide a service for the community.
Okay, so our next set of prizes, super exciting. Kim, tell them what they'll win.
Joe Cipriano's Intro to Promo course. Guys, I took this. It is so good. Not only do you go through it at your own time, at your own speed, but he will get back to you personally with feedback. It's so incredible.
Fantastic. Oh,
Who is
that's
this?
awesome.
Who is this? Who is this? Who's going to win it? Alexis.
Alexis.
Alexis Pellick.
Yes. Yay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Cool. Congratulations. Add to your genres of voiceover.
Right. And the next prize for this set of prizes is Maggie's favorite book. So we have
Maggie.
two of them, The Boy, the Mole, The Fox and the Horse, Charlie McKessie. It's actually been turned into a movie. Really gorgeous, gorgeous imagery and
It's a
writing.
beautiful
It's
story.
it's
Yeah.
amazing. And that
Beautiful,
was Maggie's
beautiful.
favorite book, and she gave me one. I'm giving y'all I've got two to give away as prizes.
Good. Who's the first one? Who's the
The
first?
first one is
Livia Trevino.
Trevino. Livia at Trevino. Congratulations.
You're going to love this.
And we're going to need your mailing
Very
address.
sweet. Yeah, mailing address, please. Just email us at speechlessvo.com.
No, speechlessvo@gmail.com. Okay,
Right, well,
and the
that too.
second one, EA Smith VO. You won a copy of
EA.
Maggie's book. Yay. EA Smith.
EA.
So we're going to need your
EA.
mailing address too. Yay. All right, back to the show. I want to explain to you a little bit about VO Atlanta. I know JMC had said, or will say in the interview, that it's an overwhelming situation and it's designed to be that way. And I understand that and I get it. It is such an incredible sampling of every kind of education of genre, panels. There's deep dives with the X sessions, and then there's more shallow dives with breakouts. I do want to
I
explain.
wouldn't even say shallow, just
Well,
not
they're
as in depth. Yeah.
not as long.
Not as
Yeah.
long. Yeah.
A lot of people that have never been to VO Atlanta ask, well, what's an X session and what's a breakout session? So,
Yeah.
Kim, do you want to explain what an X session is?
Sure. So an X session is not X rated. An X session is you pay a little extra money and you have almost like a private workshop with that presenter. So let's say
Like a master class.
it's like a master class. So if you want to work with Tom Pinto in a group of 12 people or less, you pay a little extra money. And instead of going to the bigger sessions that are a little bit more general, you can have a deep dive in television narration and work one-on-one with this small group setting. They're invaluable.
They're invaluable, and they have them. So the actual conference is Friday and Saturday, but the X sessions go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to fit them all in. So it's a wonderful opportunity to work with coaches that you've never worked with before.
Get to know casting directors, get to know agents. It's a good time to network.
Right. Actually, so I did one this year, and that was with an agent from DPN, an LA agent. So really valuable and worth the money and kind of like a master class. 12 is the limit. So you'll never have more than 12 people in the
Right. Oh,
class.
I didn't know that. That's good to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. So the breakout sections are what happens throughout most of the conference, and it can be on every topic that's related to voiceover, from business to the craft to technical, tons of marketing. I love
The
breakout
marketing
sessions.
is very good. Yeah.
And then there's panels. So
Oh,
panels are
yeah.
like they're a little bit like hero worshiping, like, oh, our favorite people are up there talking.
All the
Th-
casting directors you want to see chat about casting in the industry.
Oh,
It's
you're a
like,
poet and you didn't know it. There's that. But there's
I knew
also
it.
in-depth discussion. So, for example, a topic. So maybe it's not all casting directors. Maybe it's different people from different genres and whatnot, but they're all talking about online casting or marketing or demos or something. So those are great to go
Mm-hmm.
to as well. And then they have other fun things going on, like parties. They have game night for those that don't want to do the loud music party. There's game night. There's an opening session, there's a closing session, and the opening is usually, well, always has a keynote speaker, and the closing has prizes and a roundup and stuff. So,
It's fun.
yeah, it's super fun.
Mm.
So I
Mm.
found that it's so content heavy that when people ask, well, how's VO Atlanta? Everyone's going to have a different answer because our experience is going to be so
Oh, right.
varied from which X sessions did you go to? What I mean, in general, it's all fantastic, but
Mhm.
our actual experience is so different. And I would love it for it to be a little bit longer because it's so
What?
extensive.
No. I
My
think it's
friends, my
perfect.
friends are like, no, it doesn't. Yes, it needs to be longer. So you look surprised, JM. Do you think there's
I
any
am, yeah.
chance?
It's yeah.
No, I don't
I'm
want it
not sure I've
longer.
ever had that
It's
feedback
perfect.
before.
I'm the only one. I'm like a super nerd about it, but I just want to attend more. And so then I'll segue into the fact that we will be able to watch the sessions that we didn't get to
Yeah,
see,
Yeah.
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So
well,
that's
I think Atlanta is designed, sort of to be overwhelming. It's yeah, I jokingly call it the
Overwhelmed
soup
with good
the
stuff.
yeah,
yeah.
overwhelming with good stuff. I mean, I jokingly call it the Super Bowl of voiceover conferences, but that is the idea, is that it's the all you can eat buffet. It's where you can come and sort of choose your own menu. It's like going to the Chinese restaurant that has 18 selections from each type of
Right.
animal, and then the vegetarian, and then the tofu, and then the
Right.
soup and the dim sum and everything else, right? And it's like, you can compose your own menu of whatever you want it
Yeah.
to be, whatever you have in mind. And
Yeah.
that's what it was. That's what it historically was. And I think that's the reason it became the biggest, is because people like to sort of make the conference their own. Whereas even on One Voice and anything smaller than that, you have 4 or 5 things max to choose from. Some conferences you have 2 things to choose from, or 3 things to choose from, or 1 thing to choose from, right?
Yep. Yep.
And so I think I mean, I love the feedback. We want more, and we want more choices, and we want it to be longer. That's great. You can talk to Anna about.
Okay.
Is there any feedback that you received this year that you'll be implementing for next year, whether good or
I think we're
a
still going
challenge
through it a
or
little bit.
opportunity? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think we probably got more last year in terms of, hey, this could be a little bit better, that could be a little bit better. I think people still looked at it as an upgrade. I think this year felt smoother overall. So far, I haven't seen anything that's really struck me as, other than maybe one comment about the quality of the hotel coffee, which we will get on them about, because they charge us. They're charging us like
Oh
it's
yeah.
Oh,
Cristal.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. When you get coffee service from a hotel, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's what people have no idea. I mean, this is a conference that in any other industry would be a $1,500 ticket. People have
Right.
no idea
Right.
about $120 a gallon coffee.
Yeah. That's crazy.
A
That
gallon.
that a
That's
gallon,
bad. That's bad
or
Bad
yeah,
coffee.
that's
coffee.
bad coffee, or that fried chicken and grits and mashed potatoes and broccoli and whatever else, which is actually, I will say,
It was
the
very
quality
good.
of the food there has gone way up over the years, but they're charging us for a Michelin star dinner. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the catering stuff is just. That's a world I didn't know much about until I got into this, and
Yeah.
it's pretty wild to watch.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, one more set of prizes. Kim, tell them what they'll win.
I feel like this is like the Wheel of Fortune. Guys, 1-year subscription of Voice Overview. As voice talent, we're artists. Voice Overview will make you a business person.
Right?
Trust me. Who is this? Who is this?
The winner of 1-year membership is mbrian gmail.com. All right,
Brian. All right, M. Brian.
Woohoo!
Evan, what does stand for? Oh, he was born in.
Evan, right.
We
All
got.
right.
We know the code to all your passwords now. Okay.
So Beth Chaplin is a master VO coach in
Yes.
Minnesota, and she's got 2 big prizes for you. She's got
So generous.
a 90-minute Zoom class for newer talent. It's part of her business. It's going to be part business VO and part Q&A. 10 talent are going to win that.
What?
And then she's got one 90-minute workshop acting for VO. She's a tremendous actor and acting coach, and that's primarily for commercial and narration, 6 talent max. So we're
Wow.
going to draw those names and get back to you. Should we draw 1 or 2 right now?
Yeah. Let's draw 3 each
Okay.
because it's so exciting. People want to know.
So this is for the business of VO.
Business of VO right here, right
And
here.
if you're I'm sorry, Angus McLeod. Okay, so Angus is a very
Not a newbie.
He's not a newbie. He's prolific, but we'll pass him along to the acting for VO.
Yeah.
And if you don't want your prize, you can certainly gift it to someone else, right? Who's
Yes.
next for the acting for VO?
Angus. Hi, Angus. We're glad you
Yeah,
won something.
Angus, we
We know
love
you
you.
personally.
Oh, there we
I
go.
feel like he's here right
David
here.
Gilbert.
David!
Yay.
We know you personally.
Yes, we do. And one more for acting for VO. There will be
I
only
wish I
6
knew
people in
everyone
this class,
personally. You guys come to some of our workshops.
right? Okay, Canada! Yay!
Do
Canada
you know
won acting for VO. Yay!
Yay!
So that's great.
Wonderful.
Well, let's do 3 more. Why not?
Okay, why not?
Okay, this is just so much fun. So this is for the class of 6 acting for VO with Beth Chaplin. That was 3 winners. Now we have a 4th, and the 4th is, I think that's
Jay
Jennifer
Clark.
Yay, you'll
Jay
be very
Clark,
happy with
nice.
that prize. Okay, and this is the 5th one. Tick, 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 tick.
Katrina.
Nahikian. And one more winner of the
Probably
acting for VO
watched it.
with probably
Acting for
Beth
V.
Chaplin.
Oh, acting for.
Here we go. Drum roll. It's so exciting. And LA won. Awesome. LA, you will love this prize. Okay.
Oh, do you know LA personally?
I know LA. Yes.
That's wonderful.
So
Guys,
we're going to draw
you
one
all.
name for the 90-minute Zoom class, Business of VO for a newbie. And then we're going to do the rest behind the scenes so we don't put you to sleep. But the winners are going to find out today.
Yes,
You
they
will
will.
find out today if you've won. So the first of 10 winners is Tasha Curtis.
Curtis.
I do not know her.
Congratulations, Tasha.
Yeah, congratulations and cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Congratulations. So one more thing that I really enjoy about VO Atlanta is, of course, seeing my friends.
Yeah.
So there's staying in a hotel room with your friends, like having sleepovers. There's also having dinner in the bar. So one of the tips that I would say for any conference is have dinners at the restaurant at the hotel where the conference is so that you can have,
Or
big
a cocktail
dinner.
hour even.
Or a cocktail
Meet
hour.
up for cocktails.
Yeah, and sitting at a bar stool, then you can see all kinds of people you haven't seen in a long time. As opposed to going off site and not seeing people, I highly recommend staying on site
Mm,
in terms of having dinner and having drinks and coffees, right?
right.
So,
And then, if you want to go off site, you can, but it's so nice to see everyone. People come up to you because the bar is set right in the middle, kind of the main hotel. So you have to kind of walk around it to get where you want to
Yeah.
go. So you're always going to run into people and meet new people. And
Yeah. And
yeah.
even if it's not VO Atlanta, I do recommend going to the hotel bar restaurant because you'll always see your friends
You
there.
mean at any other conference?
Yeah, at any other
Yeah.
conference. The
Yeah.
other thing I love about VO Atlanta is the amount of volunteers. Thank you, volunteers.
Oh, yeah. Thank
Thank you
you.
for doing that because it takes time to sit there or stand there and help people and give information. And one final thing, I love the expo because Kim and I
Oh,
always take a moment. We, we will share a few of the photos that we
we will
took
share
here
our
right
favorite.
now.
We will
Okay. So
cue the photo.
we walk through the expo and we've made it now a tradition 2 years in a row of getting our headshots taken together. And this year,
And a funny one, too.
yeah, we did a few. So we'll show
We
them
did
up
a
on
few
screen.
we know.
Yeah,
We
our
will post
JC
them.
Penney ones. Yeah,
Our
we're going to
JC
post
Penney
them in this right now while we're talking. They're showing
Oh,
our
excellent.
editors showing them.
So
Yeah.
we can be
Okay.
embarrassed.
Yeah.
Mm.
So enjoy. Well, we wanted to give our listeners and viewers a taste of the real deal. I think you've already done that, actually. And I want
Yeah.
to say, I will debate you about the Super Bowl because there are no losers at VO Atlanta.
Oh,
It's
you're
all
so sweet.
winners. It's all winning at VO Atlanta, truly. So thank you for everything that you do
Mm.
to bring the good juju to our industry. And before I thought, well, I'll miss one and every so often I'll go to them. No, I don't want to miss
They're
ever.
addictive. They're
I want
addictive.
to go
It's yeah,
every single
because I
year.
mean I've been on the other side of this where I wasn't involved in running them, and it's there is something about this community that makes you just want to bear hug it whenever you can, and
We're
maybe it's just that
family.
we're all
We're
stuck in our
family.
little booths and we're family. So
Yeah,
love it.
we are. So cheers. Thank you so,
Cheers.
so,
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Thanks
We
for
look
having
forward
me.
to talking to you again.
Ooh,
And
we have very similar glasses there,
Yes,
Kim.
you
we
guys
do.
do. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cheers.
that's very close. Very nice. I like that.
Cheers.
Mhm.
This episode of Speechless is brought to you by
Voice talent need quiet.
For us, quiet comes in the form of a StudioBricks booth.
I love my StudioBricks because it's whisper quiet in my incredibly noisy neighborhood.
And I love my booth because when clients see me on Zoom, they know I'm a pro.
Go to StudioBricks.com.
World-class sound isolation, light environmental footprint. Kim, have you ever made a pillow tent in your hotel room when a client asks for an audition or a job when you're away?
Yes. Yes. And I know what you're going to say. VOMO, the VO mobile booth, right?
Right, exactly. It's a portable vocal booth and ready for recording wherever and whenever. I feel like I really need that because I get nervous about pillow forts. So,
Yeah.
so why do we need it then?
Because it folds up very nice and neat and you can take it with you wherever you go.
Absolutely. And you can check it easily, which I've done many times. And also it comes with accessories like a light, and you can position your mic however you want.
No more pillow forts,
Yes,
please.
please. Vocalbooth2go.com for VO recording and accessories.
Speechless. Speechless.